All right, let's do this. It is Tuesday, December 16th, 10:55 where I am. Let's have a look. Start with S&P. I mean, look, third day down, momentum turned negative. Most people won't have noticed, but today's candle is a hollow red reversal with a spike from the 50-day. And a few people might notice that this is an inverse head and shoulders, although you kind of ignore that candle there, maybe. It's not a great one. It doesn't match perfectly, but roughly, there is an inverse head and shoulders there. If it was, roughly, we're talking 400 points on top of the neckline, which would get you the 7,300. Not in January, clearly, but within either February or March, 7,300. And again, to confirm it, you'd have to go above 69.20-ish. Yeah, that would do it. But yeah, not the most exciting of days, but you know, little weakness. But that was what I was expecting. I said I called it correctly. I was looking for a red Tuesday and maybe flooring around the 50-day. So we got there. All right, let's jump to my obsession, silver. I'm almost inclined to avoid for smaller time frames on this. There's reasons for that. I'm thinking, yeah, what do I really want to highlight here? I mean, I'm trying not to get lost in the minor noise myself because silver's just broadly going up. Same for gold and many other things. The key thing on the daily chart, this wedge is monstrously big. You can extrapolate a couple of months from this forwards. Like we're taking us into like February, maybe even March, right? It's a big wedge. It's not like a little bull flag here from the 50-day and off we go. And this is big. So this, well, look, the breakout only occurred 2 weeks ago. There's the breakout, new historic high regularly, reversal candle there, and the last 2 days have been very narrow range, right? You can argue price structure is just a bull flag. I'm really trying to. I'm actually going to resist. I'm not going to look at the smaller time frames. I don't really care. We're going up broadly anyway, so let's not focus on that. Let's just let's jump to gold. All right, that's interesting in itself. Let's zoom in on that. Wow, that's unusual. Um, yeah, that's unusual. Look at that. GLD on a daily, 3 black candles. So black candle is where you close positive, but you close below the opening level. Hence, when the candle turns black. Inherently, black candles are bearish. I mean, there's one there. You see one there. Played out for 3 days. There's a black candle played out for 2 days. Not very much, right? But still, they play out most of the time. And now we have 3 in a row. I mean, does that mean we should be bearish and think, oh my God, we're going to come down to the 50-day if we take it out? Oh my God, we're going to go down to the. It's like, no, come on. The issue is the wedge. That is what matters. So in this case, I'm dismissing these black candles. I don't think they matter. And you can certainly argue on a short-term basis, what is the structure? Structure is a baby bull flag, right? It's a baby bull flag after the breakout 2 weeks ago. Yeah, the little bull flag here. I mean, technically, these are gains. I mean, they're only microscopic gains, like 0.02% today, but we're still going up. In fact, technically, we're actually up six days in a row. That candle there was positive. So that's six gold, well, at least GLD was technically 6 days up. But yeah, it's another case of like, don't get lost in the minor noise. What's the volume today? Yeah, the volume was actually it wasn't great. I mean, I would just be dismissive of it. All right, what else? Oh yeah, GDX. But I mean, but yeah, just one other thing on GLD. Yeah, GLD. We're getting above 403, right? We could be above 403 easily before Christmas. That's not difficult. GDX. Okay, in this case, the miners are actually a little bit weaker than gold and silver. So third day down, but look, what is this? What is this structure? It's a bull flag. It's a baby bull flag. There was a slightly bigger bull flag after the breakout. And again, more than anything, what focus on the structure, this gigantic wedge, which did play out provisionally. And actually, we have a full confirmation when we had a new historic high just a couple of days ago. I'm looking at it. It's 84. It was $40 in April. 40. It's doubled. Absolutely midterm bullish. You could even say the more cautious, or not actually the more cautious, the more resilient can comfortably hold unless we go under the 200-day. That's 59. The miners aren't going to be going down 25-30% anytime soon. So we're not going to be breaking trend. In theory, we should be breaking new highs soon. You've got to be bullish to miners. If you're bullish gold and silver, and you got to be bullish to miners. What else we got? Anything? Let's go for a few semi-random names. I'm literally thinking about the comments I've had today and names that people have been highlighting. So, and yeah, this one's for you, Ryan, assuming you listen. Uh, I mean, Costco was again fractionally down, but and that's a reversal candle. That's a flooring candle. It's not a super good one, but that is a flooring candle with a spike. I mean, there's a really good flooring candle in early at the April low, right? See that? Of course, the next day I had a black candle, but then we had massive bullish engulfing candle, and then we broadly went up a couple of months. And we've been coming down from well, I mean, literally early June, 1064, and then today printed a new cycle low of 844. So we're down what, $220, which is about 20, 21%. But in theory, Wednesday will be up. I have an issue with this one because of the valuation, which is ludicrous. I'd want to see it above the 50-day before getting bullish again. What else? Oh yeah, I saw American Eagle mentioned. I forget why. Ooh, look at that. Up another 1.3%. Again, that's impressive. It's a great example. It's a great reminder. You don't short stocks with good earnings, positive outlook. I mean, look at this. Look at the breakout. The breakout was in late November. Then it gapped up. I don't remember what the gap was. Was that on earnings? I guess that was an earnings gap, right? Yeah, it was actually earnings, I think. Anyway, whatever it was, look at this. 2 days down, floors from the 10 MA, and off we go again. Next resistance is 32. That's $5 up. That's another 18, 19%. There'll be people out there trying to short this. Really stupid people. You don't short stocks after they break up and away. What else we got? Hmm. Carnival has earnings on Friday, but most people won't care. I mean, it's a bit of a mess, right? You can see though, it did build a nice floor from around the 200-day. Disney, oh yeah, Disney has an open AI contract, which links to a video by Red Letter Media, which I will be highlighting in After Hours on X and a few other places probably. On the AI slop. So it's kind of interesting what Rich Evans was saying. You need to watch that video. It's good. You'll see it. I'll highlight it after I post up this video. But yeah, Disney up, yellow gap. Look at where it floored. Yellow gap floor, teal gap. It's gonna be filled. And you know, if you're bullish the main market, when you think, okay, 116 is going to be cleared, right? And then 123. I'm not a fan of the company, of course, because of all its content. Also, I did hear that, was it Zootopia? Zootopia 2 was a box office bomb. So another failure for Disney. Oh yeah, I did highlight in well, not after hours, just in the latter part of the day. Energy transfer. I mean, look, it's down 0.8%, but it's a lot of chop. And relative to oil prices, it's holding up okay. As an 8% yield, I think Kinder Morgan is like 4.5%. I would sleep well holding a chunk of this one. I've owned it in the past, of course. I don't have it right now, though. FedEx and Nike have earnings this Thursday, I believe. I should check. Yeah. So FedEx was up 0.4%. It's overbought. And Nike, of course, a real mess of a company, that one. Yeah, look at this. I mean, look, last week saw a couple of big up days. What do we got? We have a baby bull flag. I don't like the company. It's one of the worst Dow components. And again, look, this giant gap from late June, that was fully filled early November. Yeah, I don't like it. But again, broken consumer, right? That's the problem. People can't afford shoes. I don't care what various people say, they're wrong. The consumer is chronically broken. And it's only going to get worse. Oh yeah, KKR down for a third day, but it's just a retrace. And we could start going up tomorrow, but in theory it shouldn't be going below the 200-day or the 50-day anytime soon. And you can argue that's a bull flag. What else? Lockheed. Yeah, I mean even this one can't go up every day. Down 1.5%. No bad news I'm aware of. Today's candle is spiky from the 50-day. I think this is going to go to 550, 560 in Q1. Certainly, if Trump makes a play against Venezuela, the defense stocks will jump. Anything else? Netflix. Netflix up 0.8. Don't really care about that one. Really? Wow. That's a new historic high, isn't it? Tesla was up 3%, printing 491s. I'm gonna check, but I'm sure that is a new historic high. Looking at Tesla on a monthly. Yeah, look at that. It's broken the December 2024 historic high 488s. Wow. It's up 13.9% on the month. And look, the December candle, bullish engulfing. January's got to print another higher high. So, I mean, look, frankly, it looks like they're gonna be pushing 500, aren't they? They could even be pushing 500 tomorrow. But even if they don't, there's always Friday and next week and New Year's week. But yeah, it's impressive. Again, though, the valuation is insane. Two stocks I do want to highlight. Um, Yeah, because I don't really have an interest in this one particularly, but I think I should be getting involved sooner the better. Look at this. It's up 18.4%, 104s. It's pushing against, actually, it's marginally, fractionally above the 10 MA. My natural target would be 150 or so. If you look across this little blue line there, actually 155-ish, but 150, 155, that's a long way up. And of course, the other one is United Health, which was down today, I believe. But look at that candle. You can argue it's multi-month structure is a bull flag. Once it breaks 334, big target will be around 470, which is just above this key price threshold, and there's also a gigantic gap there from from April. You don't see the gap on the monthly chart. I don't quite know why, but there is one there. But yeah, I like Deckers and United Health. I do not own either, but I should. Um, I just need to get out on my next silver trade. Hopefully that'll pay for it. Hope. Yeah, that's an interesting strategy. Did I even say I'm long silver? No, I didn't actually. I went long silver this morning. That was the plan. I was looking to go long silver, and I have a couple of blocks. Bought two. So I'm right back on that silver train. If it works out, then in theory I should try and sell silver on a high before buying it back again, but sift off some money to pay for a couple of trades in Deckers and United Health because both of these look good. I mean, the more I look at these stocks, right? If there's one thing you take away from me this evening, it's this. Look, because I don't have a time machine. I'm asking myself the question, what's going to happen in Q1? I don't know. But when I look at stocks like Deckers and United Health, Deckers and United Health are telling me, they're like, hey, look, we're going up. We're going up in Q1. I don't know what that means to the S&P. Does that mean 7,300, 7,500? Maybe, whatever. I don't really care either way. But I'm 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 looking at these thinking these two these two are what I would call signal stocks. They are telling me where we're heading broadly for the main market in Q1. If United Health is 470 and Deckers is on its way to 150, the S&P's got to be somewhere way past 7,000. Again, the only wild card would be a wild card, which of course is inherently impossible. You could argue Venezuela would be a prime wild card, but hey, we've seen plenty of them in the last, oh, I've seen plenty of them in the last 30 years. And generally, the market doesn't care because the reality is these conflicts, when they do occur, they have no real bearing on the earnings for like Walmart, Costco. Market knows that, which is why even if you get a washout in the morning, you can often have the market close green on the shock news, whatever that might be. But yep, United Health, Deckers, they're telling me this market's going up. Of course, the bears don't want to hear that. What else? Oh yeah, like Exxon was one. Yeah, look at this. Okay, so Exxon's currently down 1.1% on the month, but it is very close to the historic high from 24, which is 120.87. I think we're gonna break above that. Yeah, look at okay. I would accept monthly momentum could stall like it did in 24, but we've already had one stall. We had another wave down there, and we're on the low end. So I think oil might come down to $50, but So let's just flash through oil. Yeah, look at that. 55. Actually, 54.98 was the low. That's a new multi-year low actually. Look at it on a monthly. I mean, you can see here. This is obvious, right? $50 threshold. It's a natural magnet, and below 50 though, then you're looking about 40. Oh, yeah, that's right. 42. You see the little 42 magnets? There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. The market loves gravity. Market loves the 42s. Again, cheap oil is bullish everything apart from the energy stocks. I'm just scrolling out to a 20-year chart. Look at that. But you can't even quite see the high on there. The high in '08 was 147. As the high in March of 2022, Russia Ukraine 126, and we're now at. I mean, look at this 126, and we printed the 54s today. I do like the energy stocks. Don't own any right now, but if I was going to buy one for a yield, it would be Energy Transfer. If I was going to buy a driller, it would absolutely be Occidental. I mean, Occidental has come down from 43s to 38s. Zero sign of floor. Look at that. The April low was 34. We're not we're only $4 away. That's only 10%, another 10% down. And we're at the April low back when the S&P was 48.35. All right, I'm just trying to think. How do I want to wrap this up? Um, what else is there? Crypto's not so pretty, is it? Actually, no. Crypto was initially weak, but it's currently at 1.5%. Don't really care too much about that. Yeah, well, I'll end with I'll indulge myself and just end with gold and silver, but these are actually commodity gold. So commodity gold 4303, structures a baby bull flag. I really should spend the time to just mark the damn pennant on here, but there's no reason why we can't expect we shouldn't expect or we should expect gold to take out 4381. 4500 looks pretty easy. Could we do that before year end? Yeah, we could. When you're talking $200, that's only 5%. And look at this structure here. It's baby bull flag. In fact, today's candle is today's candle is actually a reversal candle. Bullish for tomorrow. Silver's daily candle, and this should be the closing chart that I end with. According to the stock chart, silver settled 63.74, which was 4 cents below the open. So not a reversal candle for silver. I'm not sure I trust that chart, but I guess it looks relatively right. Yeah, we were down 0.5%. I think it's 0.6% at the close, but 0.5% as of 2 o'clock. I mean, look, we're at 63.74. $70 again looks realistic. Um, Not likely before Christmas, more likely just after or early January. 70, 75 maybe on a spike. But next week, I mean, I think we have a good chance at printing the 65s. We could even do that on Thursday. Thursday we'll see the CPI data. I don't know how the market's going to react to that. Who knows? It's a wild card. Well, it's a wild card wouldn't be right word. Um, but yeah, got to be bullish silver in the next year. Also, and this is a very strange thing to say, but if you agree with me that Decas and United Health are going to be powering upwards in Q1, oh, why wouldn't silver be net high to some degree? I mean, I don't. Silver could of course just trend sideways, but for a few months and just build another pennant and then break upwards. But uh, I think Deckers and United Health are giving me they're giving me clarity. Maybe I'm getting overly confident again, but actually, I was just looking at the upper Bollinger on silver. Upper Bollinger on silver is offering 60, well, stands at 66.40. So in theory, we could be up. Technically, we could be up another what, $2.70, which is what's that, 4.5%. We could be up 4.5% in the near term, as in before the weekend. And I tell you, if I can get, if I can get the 60, I would be tempted to exit if I can get 65s or 66s before the weekend. Yeah, if I can get 65 or 66 before the weekend, I'll take that and walk away, right? Then I'll come back, maybe trade light for Christmas week and into year end. But one of the big things I want to do again is get a Deckers and United Health trade. I should be getting on board those two. The structure looks good. Anyway, let's end this up. What do we got tomorrow? I mean, I'm really almost the case of I don't care what happens tomorrow. I'm more focused on CPI Thursday. But anyway, go watch that Red Letter Media video. It's quite fun. But it has implications for YouTube, Google, Disney to some extent. Yeah. But anyway, have a good evening and a good Wednesday.